Hey everyone, welcome back to Visabox Travel. We've just touched down in Tokyo, a city where neon lights meet ancient shrines, where vending machines sell everything, and the future feels one train ride away. Today we're diving into 20 best things to do in Tokyo, from sky-high views and sacred temples, to quirky fashion districts, sumo legends, and the freshest sushi on the planet. So buckle up, because we're starting in the heart of the city, where emperors once ruled, and gardens bloom beside glass towers. And fair warning, stop number 9 might send anime fans into overdrive. Let's go explore Tokyo like never before. Right in the middle of Tokyo's buzzing city life, there's a quiet space full of history, the Imperial Palace. This is where Japan's emperor lives today, and where samurai once walked, centuries ago. You can't go inside the main palace, but trust me, the East Gardens are totally worth the stroll. Clean paths, peaceful ponds, and trees trimmed with that perfect Japanese precision. It almost feels like a movie set. It's especially stunning during cherry blossom season, mid to late March, when the whole place glows soft pink. If you're starting your Tokyo trip here, good choice. It sets the tone, calm, respectful, and deeply connected to Japan's past. Next up is Senso-ji Temple, Tokyo's oldest and most iconic temple, tucked right into the heart of Asakusa. The moment you walk through the massive red Kaminarimon gate, you're pulled into a different world. The smell of street food, the hum of the crowd, and rows of lanterns overhead. It's vibrant, loud, and unforgettable. But there's more than just photo ops. As you move past the Nakamize shopping street, lined with stalls selling everything from handmade fans to fresh mochi, you'll reach the main temple hall. Right before you step in, you'll see a large bronze pot with incense smoke rising from it. Locals and tourists alike gather around, waving the smoke toward their heads or bodies. Why? It's believed to purify you before entering the sacred space. It's peaceful, almost meditative, even if the crowds are massive. You don't need a guide here. Just follow the flow. Toss a coin into the offering box, bow your head, maybe make a wish. Spend an hour or two soaking it all in. Then grab some melon pan or taiyaki from the nearby street vendors before heading out. Senso-ji isn't just a religious site, it's an experience. True blend of old Tokyo and modern energy. If Tokyo had a personality, Harajuku would be its wild, creative teenage self. And at the center of it all, Takeshita Street, a narrow, colorful lane packed with fashion, sugar, and pure energy. This is where Japan's youth culture explodes into life. One minute you'll see someone dressed like a cartoon character. The next, a futuristic streetwear model. It's loud, bold, and totally unfiltered. The style here doesn't follow trends, it makes them. The shops are a mix of vintage gems, quirky boutiques, and Instagram-famous dessert spots. Giant rainbow cotton candy, crepes folded like origami, and everything covered in whipped cream. If it looks ridiculous, it probably tastes amazing. But it's not just about what you buy, it's about the vibe. Everyone here is unapologetically themselves. And that freedom, it's contagious. Whether you're into cosplay, thrift fashion, or just people watching, Harajuku delivers a Tokyo you won't find anywhere else. Takeshita Street might only be 400 meters long, but your senses will feel like they just ran a marathon. And just when you think Tokyo can't surprise you anymore, there's a mountain, but not just any mountain. It's the tallest in Japan, perfectly shaped, eerily calm, and long overdue for an eruption. Yep, Mount Fuji is coming up next. And trust me, it's not just a day trip. It's a memory waiting to happen. Let's head there. Standing at 3,776 meters, or about 12,400 feet, this snow-capped giant looks like it was drawn by an artist, with perfect symmetry. It's calm, still, stunning. But don't be fooled. Beneath that peaceful peak, a sleeping volcano. The last time it erupted, 1707. Since then, nothing. Which, let's be honest, feels a little too quiet. But don't worry. Most people come here for the views, not the volcanic tension. You've got a few ways to get there. Hop on a direct tour from Tokyo for a stress-free ride. Or take the train to Kawaguchiko Station for those doing it DIY style. The ride's around 2.5 hours. But the landscapes along the way? Totally worth it. Once you arrive, there are photo spots everywhere. Lakes, shrines, even little Fuji-themed souvenirs. If you visit in winter or early spring, expect those iconic postcard views with snow on top. Want something more immersive? Climb it in the summer months. Just remember, it's not a casual hike. It's a full-on challenge. Bring your stamina, and maybe some snacks. Whether you're snapping selfies from afar or taking on the trail yourself, Mount Fuji will leave an impression. And maybe just a hint of goosebumps. If Tokyo had a heartbeat, it would pulse from Shinjuku, where skyscrapers meet neon lights and the city never really sleeps. By day, Shinjuku is Tokyo's power suit, polished, fast-paced, and full of purpose. Massive office towers, banks, government buildings. This is the business brain of the city. People are on the move, trains are packed, and everything runs with military precision. But then, sunset. That's when Shinjuku changes its outfit. The serious tone drops, the neon signs flicker on, and the whole place transforms into a playground. Karaoke bars, izakayas, robot cafes, arcades, Shinjuku is nightlife on overdrive. Got the urge to sing your heart out in a private karaoke room? This is the place. Want to sip sake in a tiny alleyway lit by paper lanterns? Head to Omoid Yokocho, aka Memory Lane. It's gritty, crowded, and absolutely unforgettable. And let's not forget Kabukicho, Tokyo's most famous entertainment district. It's wild, chaotic, and definitely not shy. Whether you're into anime cafes, live shows, or just exploring the madness, Shinjuku at night feels like stepping into a different city. So come during the day for the business buzz. Stay after dark for the chaos, the color, and the chorus of karaoke echoing through the streets. Alright, Tokyo's fast. But what if I told you, it gets faster? Coming up next is a train so smooth, so silent, and so insanely fast. It feels more like flying. It's not just transportation. It's a symbol of Japan's futuristic spirit. And yes, it runs on time, down to the second. Let's hop on the Shinkansen, the legendary bullet train. You'll want to buckle up for this one. This isn't just a train. It's a time machine on rails. Sleek, whisper quiet, and fast enough to leave airplanes jealous. The Shinkansen glides at speeds up to 320 km/h. That's 200 miles per hour. And yet inside, it's smoother than your grandma's living room. You don't just get from point A to point B, you get there in style. Spacious seats, bento box lunches, wide windows with cinematic views. No airport lines, no traffic, no stress. Want to visit Kyoto's temples or Osaka's street food heaven? Hop on from Tokyo, and you'll be there in around 2 to 3 hours. Relaxed, well-fed, and probably wondering why all trains aren't like this. The best part? The trains leave on the dot. Miss one by a minute, and yep, it's gone. But don't worry, another one will be there in a few minutes. Welcome to Japan. The Shinkansen isn't just transportation, it's an experience. And honestly, it's worth riding just for the ride. Slow down for a moment, because now we're stepping into something deeply peaceful, incredibly precise, and uniquely Japanese. Welcome to the Japanese tea ceremony. This isn't just sipping green tea. It's a spiritual ritual, centuries old, called chanoyu. And at the heart of it is matcha, a bright green powdered tea with a taste that's earthy, slightly bitter, and full of energy. But here's the thing, it's not about the tea. It's about the moment. Every gesture, from folding the cloth to whisking the tea, is intentional. The room is quiet, the atmosphere is calm. You're not just being served, you're being invited into a living art form. And the setting? Think tatami mats, sliding paper doors, soft natural light. Time seems to pause. Even conversation becomes minimal, just enough to acknowledge beauty, gratitude, and respect. You can experience a tea ceremony all over Tokyo. Some are traditional, others modern and stylish. But they all carry the same essence: stillness, connection, and appreciation for simplicity. So if Tokyo's energy starts to wear you out, let the tea ceremony remind you to breathe. Alright, back to high energy, because it's snack time. And no one does quirky, surprising, or downright adorable snacks like Japan. First, let's talk about vending machines. They're everywhere, on street corners, in alleys, even up mountains. But we're not just talking soda. These machines serve hot coffee, ramen, ice cream, even canned soup. It's like Tokyo said, what if we turned convenience into an art form? Then there's the Holy Grail. Japanese convenience stores. 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Lawson. These places aren't just for emergency water bottles. They're full-on snack wonderlands. Bento boxes, rice balls, fluffy cakes. Limited edition Kit Kats in flavors you didn't know existed. Matcha, sake, wasabi, peach, you name it. And everything comes in packaging so cute, you'll feel bad opening it. Tiny cartoon mascots, shiny wrappers, pastel colors. It's like your snack is smiling at you. Pro tip, grab a random mystery snack. You may not even know what you're eating, but chances are, it'll be delicious. And if not, it's still fun to guess. Whether you're a foodie or just curious, Japan's snack scene is an adventure of its own. Bite-sized, colorful, and totally addictive. And just when you think Tokyo can't surprise you anymore, get ready to step into a world where cartoons aren't just for kids. They're a full-blown universe. Let's dive into the colorful, unforgettable world of anime culture. In Tokyo, anime isn't just entertainment. It's part of the lifestyle. And you'll feel that the moment you walk into places like Akihabara or Nakano Broadway. These aren't just stores. They're temples for every anime lover, gamer, cosplayer, and collector. Shelves are packed with action figures, rare manga, plush toys, keychains, and art books. Want a life-size Pikachu? A Hello Kitty toaster? A limited edition one-piece sword replica? Yep, it's all here. Let's not forget the legends. Hello Kitty was born here. Pokemon came from here. Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, Naruto, Demon Slayer, all made in Japan. All proudly displayed in bright lights and epic displays across the city. Even if you're not a super fan, it's hard not to get caught up in it. The creativity, the detail, the fandom, it's electric. And if you really want to go deep, visit a themed cafe, or take home a mystery capsule toy from one of the thousands of gacha machines lining the streets. So whether you're a diehard otaku or just here for the vibes, Tokyo's pop culture scene will leave your inner kid absolutely buzzing. After the buzzing lights and crowded streets, here's your breather. Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden. A slice of peace right in the middle of the city's chaos. This place isn't just a park. It's a fusion of three beautiful garden styles. The Japanese traditional garden, with koi ponds, stone lanterns, and wooden bridges that feel like scenes from a samurai movie. The English landscape garden, wide and open, with rolling green lawns perfect for a picnic nap. And the French formal garden, bursting with roses, symmetry, and a touch of Parisian charm. Each area feels like stepping into a different world. And the best part? It's never as crowded as Tokyo's more famous spots, so you can actually hear yourself think. Entrance is just 500 yen. That's about the price of a coffee. And if you're under 15, it's free. Locals come here to read, sketch, stroll, or just breathe. And once you visit, you'll understand why. It's Tokyo's quiet heartbeat. And in a city that rarely stops moving, that makes it even more special. If you want to see Tokyo from above, like really above, then get ready to meet two giants of the skyline. First up, the Tokyo Skytree. At 634 meters tall, that's over 2,000 feet. This is the tallest structure in Japan, and one of the tallest towers in the world. And it's not just tall for the sake of bragging rights. It was built to handle earthquakes, typhoons, and the weight of millions of visitors. Step into the high-speed elevator and whoosh! Within seconds, you're at the Tembo deck, staring out at a 360-degree view of Tokyo that stretches all the way to Mount Fuji on a clear day. And then there's the older sibling, the Tokyo Tower. Standing at 333 meters, this red and white icon was finished in 1958, inspired by the Eiffel Tower, but with a Japanese twist. It used to be the tallest building in the country, and it still holds major nostalgic value. It was painted orange and white for aircraft safety, but let's be honest, it also looks ridiculously cool at night. Both towers are different in vibe. Skytree is sleek, modern, high-tech. Tokyo Tower is retro, cinematic, almost romantic. If you've got time for both, go for it. If not, choose your view, ultra-modern or classic charm. Either way, the city looks unforgettable from up there. Now let's talk about something every Tokyo visitor eventually has to face. The Tokyo Metro. A colorful maze that looks like someone dropped spaghetti on a map. At first glance, it's overwhelming. You'll stand in front of a ticket machine and think, is this a puzzle or a prank? But give it 2 or 3 days and it clicks. Suddenly the colors make sense, transfers become second nature. And you realize, this is one of the most efficient, on-time, and cleanest metro systems in the world. Buy a Suica or Pasmo card, they work like reloadable magic keys, and you're set to go. Most signs and announcements include English translations. And the trains? They glide like whispers. Pro tip, download a Tokyo Metro app or use Google Maps for routes. It'll save you from the dreaded wrong line moment. Once you unlock the Tokyo Metro, the whole city opens up. It's the hidden superpower that makes exploring Tokyo not just easy, but fun. Alright, now that we've mastered Tokyo's metro-like pros, it's time to shift gears and open your appetite. Because what comes next will make your stomach growl, even if you just ate. Get ready to meet the real stars of Tokyo, the food. Tokyo's food scene isn't just good, it's next-level delicious. And it starts with something that might surprise you. Slurping is encouraged. Yep. In Tokyo, slurping your ramen isn't rude. It's a sign that you're enjoying the meal. And trust me, once that rich, steamy broth hits your taste buds, you won't care how loud you are. Ramen shops are everywhere. Each one has its own flavor twist, from thick tonkatsu pork broth to lighter soy-based blends. Some even serve dipping-style noodles called tsukimen. You might just find your new favorite comfort food. Next up, sushi, and not just the fancy stuff. Conveyor belt spots, kaiten sushi, offer fresh, affordable rolls, while tiny hidden counters serve up melt-in-your-mouth pieces, one at a time. It's not just food, it's performance art. Then there's tempura, golden, crispy perfection. Shrimp, sweet potato, eggplant, even lotus root, lightly battered and fried with precision that borders on spiritual. And we can't forget sake. This traditional rice wine pairs beautifully with just about everything. Whether you sip it warm or chilled, it's an essential part of Tokyo's dining rhythm. bonus points if you try yakitori, grilled skewers, or okonomiyaki, Japanese savory pancake, at a night market or alleyway izakaya. These local eats bring big flavors, with zero fuss. In short, eat often, try everything, and don't be afraid to explore a random spot tucked under a train line. Because in Tokyo, the best meals are sometimes the ones you didn't plan for. If you can wake up early for just one thing in Tokyo, make it this. The Tsukiji Outer Market is Tokyo's seafood soul, still buzzing with life even after the inner wholesale market moved to Toyosu. Here, the spirit of old Tokyo lingers, in the clatter of knives, the chatter of fishmongers, and the salty scent of the sea. This is not your typical grocery run. You'll find freshly sliced sashimi, sizzling tamagoyaki, Japanese rolled omelet, skewered seafood right off the grill, and maybe even a live shellfish squirming on a stick, if you're feeling brave. Early mornings are best, around 8 or 9 a.m. That's when the vendors are full of energy, and the best bites haven't sold out yet. And no, you don't need to speak Japanese. A smile and a point go a long way. While the famous tuna auctions are now housed at Toyosu, Tsukiji's outer lanes are still packed with tradition, character, and flavor. This is street food with history, freshness you can smell, and a Tokyo memory you can taste. If you're near the Imperial Palace and the weather turns rainy, or you just want to soak up some history, Tokyo has museums that are anything but boring. Let's start with the Tokyo National Museum. It's Japan's oldest and largest museum, and honestly, it feels like walking through a living time capsule. Ancient samurai swords? Check. Buddhist statues older than most countries? Yep. Kimonos so detailed they look like paintings? Absolutely. The exhibits here don't just show history, they whisper stories. Quiet, powerful, very Japanese. And just a short stroll away is the National Museum of Nature and Science. This place? Perfect if you've got kids. Or if you're a curious adult who still gets excited about dinosaurs in space. There's a giant blue whale outside that basically dares you to walk in, and once you do, it's like being inside Japan's brain. Robots, earthquakes, volcanoes, life-size prehistoric creatures. It's hands-on, fascinating, and yes, air-conditioned. Tickets, around 1,000 yen for adults. Kids under 18? Free. So if your feet need a break but your brain's still buzzing, these two museums are a brilliant way to recharge and discover a side of Japan that doesn't move at the speed of a Shinkansen. Step into Ginza, and suddenly Tokyo feels like Paris had a baby with Times Square, only more polished. This is Tokyo's high-end heart. We're talking sleek architecture that looks like it was designed by the future. Prada, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, they don't just have stores here, they have cathedrals of fashion. But Ginza isn't just for the ultra-rich. Each block is like a different mood. One street might feel like a business runway. All sharp suits and silent Teslas. Turn the corner, boom. Tiny glowing cocktail bars tucked into buildings no wider than an elevator shaft. Want to people watch? Grab a coffee, find a bench on Chuodori, the main street, and soak in the scene. On weekends, the whole road turns pedestrian only. Locals call it the pedestrian heaven, and it kind of is. If you're into jewelry, cosmetics, gourmet food, or just want to window shop in a place where everything looks like it belongs in a magazine, Ginza's your playground. Upscale, unforgettable, and ultra Tokyo. Let's start with organized chaos, Shibuya Crossing. This is where Tokyo flexes. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of people crossing in every direction when the lights go green. It's not a mess, it's a masterpiece. Cameras love it. TikToks, time-lapses, travel documentaries. Shibuya Crossing is the star of them all. But here's the twist. Just a 15-minute walk away, you leave the buzz behind and step into a forest. Welcome to Meiji Shrine, a tranquil world built in honor of Emperor Meiji and Empress Shokin. Giant wooden torii gates greet you, and gravel paths lead you through 100,000 trees donated from across Japan. Yes, in the heart of one of the busiest cities on Earth, there's a legit forest. The energy here is quiet, almost sacred. You'll see visitors rinsing their hands in ritual cleansing stations, offering prayers, and sometimes even catching a traditional wedding. Two worlds, one city. That's the magic of Tokyo. Let's switch gears, from zen to raw power. The Sumo Museum gives you a front row seat to Japan's national sport, without needing a ticket to a match. Step inside and you'll find ancient woodblock prints, colorful wrestler belts, and stories of sumo legends who trained, fought, and lived by strict warrior codes. These aren't just athletes, they're modern-day myth. And just next door, a plot twist Tokyo pulls off beautifully, Yoyogi Park. This place feels like someone carved a chunk of countryside out of the city and dropped it between skyscrapers. You'll see people jogging, drumming, dancing, picnicking, sometimes all at once. And yes, there are actual rice paddies and community vegetable gardens tucked among the trees. It's wild how peaceful it is. From ancient sumo traditions to urban farmers growing rice in the shadow of the city, Tokyo doesn't just blend contrasts, it celebrates them. Think Tokyo's done surprising you? Not even close. Up next, we're diving into the bright, chaotic, adrenaline-pumping world of arcades, where flashing lights, catchy tunes, and competitive claw machines pull you into a uniquely Japanese gaming universe. Stay tuned! Ready to unleash your inner kid or just lose track of time? Tokyo's arcades will do both. Step into a multi-floor game center, and you're not just entering a building, you're entering another world. The lights, flashing like a mini Vegas. The sounds? A mashup of dance beats, cartoon voices, and intense button mashing. It's pure chaos and pure fun. You'll find everything from rhythm games that test your reflexes to claw machines filled with plushies you didn't know you needed. And yes, locals are absolute pros. Don't be surprised if the 12-year-old next to you destroys a dance game on expert mode. Even if you don't play, just walking through a Tokyo arcade is an experience. It's not just about winning prizes, it's about feeling the pulse of modern Japan. So grab a coin, pick your game, and good luck. You're gonna need it. And just like that, you've explored Tokyo's temples, towers, trains, and treats, all in one unforgettable journey. From ancient rituals at Meiji Shrine to neon battles in game centers, Tokyo is a place where the past and future don't just coexist. They dance together on every street corner. But this is just the beginning. Tokyo has layers, flavors, and moments you can't fully grasp until you're standing there, soaking it in. So whether it's your first time or your fifth, Tokyo will always have something new waiting for you. If this video helped you plan your dream trip, or just fueled your wanderlust, smash that like button, subscribe for more adventures, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next destination. Speaking of which, want to see something just as wild but totally different? Click the link on screen or in the description to join us next in Singapore, a city of super trees, street food, and sky-high surprises. See you there.